Good evening, everyone. My name is Moyo, and welcome to Brand Ish. Here with me, I have.
From Adebayo, a web consultant, CRM expert, and a web developer.
And I am Fajo Yusuf. I'm the founder of the Avalogs Group. And today we want to check out the pros and cons of freelancing a 9 to 5 from experience. What are the things that happen? So, Moyo, you've done 9 to 5 before, right?
Yes, I used to be a 9 to 5er.
All right. But now you're no longer a 9 to 5 person.
No, I'm no longer a 9 to 5er.
So what are you doing now?
All right, aspiring Texas.
That's beautiful.
I am taking a course on virtual assistant, and I'm looking to go into search engine optimization as well.
That's cool. So we want to check out freelancing versus 9 to 5. Which one is better?
I mean, freelancing, 9 to 5, they both have their pros and cons if you had to ask me. But I would say, from my own point of view, for a 9 to 5er, you have a static income. You know what you're earning at the end of the month. One of the disadvantages, or one of the things freelancers face, is inconsistent income, and it's not the same for a 9 to 5er. So that's like the first thing I would pick out of the pros and the cons of being a 9 to 5er and being a freelancer.
Exactly, you're right. You're right on point. To bullets what you just said now, a 9 to 5 always, if you don't work, like if you don't put in the necessary energy or whatever you are doing, the concentration or whatever you are having, sick leave or whatever, at the end of the month you still get paid. But being a freelancer, you have to submit proposals, you have to look for gigs,
Work to get
you
paid.
work to get paid, and most of the jobs, most of the gigs you are getting as a freelancer is not just like a long time like that. Although I have a client I'm working with right now, and I can say I've been working for her since 2022, so it's been 3 years now. But I know at any point in time this might just be cut short. So being a 9 to 5 person, I think you're more relaxed. I've never worked as a 9 to 5 person, and I know when you're being hired as a 9 to 5 person, they already told you what your role is. Like, hello, as a cashier or as an accountant, what you have to do is to just bring forth something, close this, close that, and everything, and that's what you are going to repeat that's what you're going to repeat every day till you retire.
I totally understand you, but when I say relevancy also applies to 9 to 5ers, it means that at some point you have to stay at the top of your game, or else you just remain stagnant. You can remain in a position for 5 to 10 years if you're not relevant enough. If they do not see the value, if they do not see the hunger in your eyes, I don't think you would get promoted.
And okay, I understand you, and I actually think you're right. But what I will say is, it's very easy to dismiss a freelancer. You can actually log into your portal you're working on, and you see you've been logged out, and that's sack letter for you.
Yeah, I guess
It also be the same with.
it's about the formality that comes with it. Because for 9 to 5, they hand you a letter, tell you.
No, they don't even hand letters anymore. You just get to work and you'll be able to log into your system. I mean, you try logging in and you'll be unable to log into your system. At that point, you just okay, there's something wrong somewhere.
But that's like wickedness.
It's not wickedness. That's just how it is. All right. So I don't know how it works for other industries, but for a financial institution, for you to know that at this point you no longer have access to the bank's network anymore.
Yeah.
You try logging into your system and you will no longer be able to.
So what happens at that point? You go and meet someone and they tell you to go to your house.
At that point, you might need to probably check your mail or reach out to HR or something. It's as simple as that.
All right, I think let's talk about the expectations versus the reality.
Okay.
The expectation of freelancing versus what the reality is, and also the expectation of a 95er and the reality. The expectations when you get on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, there's this kind of thing they talk about tech guys. Because everybody believes tech bro, they has money. Like the moment you are a tech bro,
The money is coming somewhere.
so but let me tell you something. I can say this is actually one of 10 of tech bros. Half people I lent with we maybe like 4 or 5. I can say we are only 2 people left in that tech world now because
They got tired.
the others
But it was
got tired.
It was expectations now.
Yes, they are stressed.
This.
The money is not coming in, and they don't have that zeal to just learn more. Because I'll tell you something, as a freelancer, you have to be dynamic. Yeah, yes, exactly. You have to be very versatile because and the competition of, let me say, ClickFunnels. When I joined Fiverr, I have less than 500 people offering that service. But now, if you search Fiverr and you search for ClickFunnels, you will see about 30,000 of gigs. So how do you survive?
Yeah.
One of 30,000. How
It's only going to get the job.
Like, hey, that's how it is.
but as I saw this is happening, I moved away from ClickFunnels. I just, this is just a secret I'm gonna tell people openly now. I'll just search for on Google. I'll just search for ClickFunnels alternatives. Then I will just have to filter the date of release of some softwares. So now, if I see this software is new in market, then I'll just do my training.
Nobody is there yet.
Somebody's there, and then put it on my gigs on Fiverr and other workspaces, and then I start making
That's
my
what
money.
should stand out from the others.
Exactly. So if I see people start jumping in,
Then you move away.
I move away again.
So that's where we talk about the career projection in both. For 9 to 5, there's a career projection. You start from a particular place. For a couple of years, you do something, then you become a boss at some point, you become a manager, you become a CEO, something like that. That projection is there. But as a freelancer, what do you do after 10 years? What do you do after 15 years? What level do you reach? That projection is not there. So you are just left to just start looking for clients every single year of your life.
Exactly. I think that's one of the areas a 9 to 5 jobs edges.
Exactly.
Exactly, because
Sometimes I always wish I was doing 9 to 5 because of the projection that is there, that after a particular time you attain a particular level and everything you work for you are going to see it. But that's like delayed gratification, like a reward. But in freelancing, you get to see, like, you do something now, you see the reward. It is ASAP. You get, we are not like chasing anybody. Nobody is saying wait for a particular year before you get to this, because there's a cap for any role in any industry. If you get to a particular number of years, you start earning a particular amount.
Yeah, definitely.
But as a freelancer,
Increases, your position changes.
everything changes. But as a freelancer, you just have to
It all depends on you.
that is left to you to skill up and attain something. There's no cap. Nobody is telling you that wait for 2 years before you reach that level. You cannot decide to do it in 6 months or something. So that is the only difference that I see there. Okay, a freelancer, I believe that you should have it at the back of your mind of to maybe start a business or start an agency.
Exactly.
Because you can't spend the rest of your life.
Exactly.
I don't think anyone should spend the rest of their lives doing this whole thing. At some point, you get tired. When you start having like grandchildren or like something has to wait for you at the end of
Well,
it.
let me just tell you something. I don't think
Exactly, low pension.
I don't care. I don't care about the retirement or whatever, because at my peak, I'm making sure I'm investing. As a
Not
freelancer,
everyone thinks like you.
at your peak, as a freelancer and the money is coming in, you just have to know that this doesn't go a long way,
Yeah, that's
and you just have to start investing.
But can't compare it. Sometimes you just have to have colleagues that you guys are talking. even if you have people you're working with virtually, it can never be like when you have human beings in your workplace. Four guys are talking. That is another downside of freelancing because it is just you in your four corners of your place
And
doing your
get
thing.
scary. Sometimes you get
Most times I have zero human interactions because I might not even
day.
in a whole day. I might not even step out. What am I looking for?
I went a week without stepping out of bed though. A week.
The whole week.
Yes, a whole week, and I didn't step out on my door like this.
You can. So when we talk about the money in freelancing, you are paying with something. You are paying with your life.
Pricing,
You are sacrificing
your
something
social life.
exactly for it.
I totally understand, but in a case of 9 to 5, it can sometimes be like that. I hope you know that because there's something about 9 to 5ers. There's something we call office politics. Yeah, I left my previous job. I would just go in, plug in, do my work, log out, go home. At some point, my team leader had to call my attention to it that, hey, you do not work alone. This is a team, and you're a member of the team.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. That is exactly what I wanted to say because if you work 9 to 5, you're working in a firm. You see people. If you encounter a problem, you can actually say hello.
Yes, it's always fun. I mean, I can be dealing with some interact like people. Hey, please, can you check up on this?
As a freelancer, alone, I call myself alone. I'll just sit at the corner of my room and be like, oh, this is crazy.
When you get shut down, yes, it's check.
Now sleep.
And the thing is that you come back and meet your friend.
Exactly.
You can't delegate.
Even if you want to delegate, the reason why I don't delegate tasks anymore is just that, when most of my job is just CRM automation.
Yeah.
So for me to just outsource this to someone like a job I'm about to finish.
Sure about the person.
No, it's not about you being sure about the person. I have to explain everything in details. So I'm like, all these moments I'm explaining to this person that this is where you pick it from. I'm already done with whatever I'm doing.
stuff. Yeah.
So I'm just like,
There's no need for that.
there's no need for that. So I just have to own my shit. So
Well, there's this freedom that comes with freelancing.
exactly.
It's not the same with 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's just
That's right. So, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was like saying that, sometimes I always wish I was doing 9 to 5. But when you dip it again, no,
The
9 to
freedom.
5, you wake up by 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You get. But that 6 a.m., I'm not going to sleep as a freelancer.
Okay, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That's 6 a.m. I just go to work.
I'm going back to sleep at
I
that
used
time.
to work on the island in Lagos. I leave home as early as 3:30 a.m. in the morning.
Can you see that? At 6. Can you see that? Although at that 3:30 a.m. you said you are up, I'm also up, but I'm still on my
road. I'm not.
You are on the road. I'm in my chair. Yeah, I know I'm going to sleep by 6, 7.
As a 6 a.m., I'm at work. Not like I'm clocking in at 6 a.m., but then I have to be at work to avoid the
just
traffic
avoid.
in Lagos.
Bro, that life.
and I can say the freedom.
I can't breathe.
As a freelancer, I have more work to do than a 9 to 5.
Well,
But I can actually segment the workload. Like for example, I can work 2 hours, go to the kitchen, eat some food, eat chicken, call my babe, hello, what's up, talk whatever, go to my sitting room, play game, and you don't have the freedom.
Yeah.
Then I come back. Yes,
it's usually 40 minutes.
Yeah, you just have to.
and I just
do your
come
work.
back and this feeling of just being formal, wearing suit, wearing everything, wearing
That's
shoes.
not talked about enough. Imagine the listen use all day.
Yes, wearing heels.
And somebody will come from quality assurance and be like, oh, this is floral pattern. You're not supposed to wear this. Oh, this is... you're not
Like speaking, bro, that kind of life. I can't be it.
oh, this is big. You're not supposed to wear this.
I don't say this to one of my friends. He's a 9 to 5er. I will tell him like the way you're wearing all these corporate suit and all. I've been in a meeting, like an appointment,
Okay.
just an interview, like me trying to submit a proposal. I only wear my basketball shirt, and this project is more than ₦1 million. I only wear my basketball shirt,
It's not about how you look.
and my boxer short is there, and I'm able to talk, and I win this project. As a 9 to 5, if you're going for a project,
Just to garnish yourself.
Projects. Talking about the interview later.
yes, the interviews have
to
even if you can use waste bit of your money so that you can get the job.
Like you have to garnish yourself.
Exactly. You have to spice up yourself. And I would just say I've been an interview of more than of a project more than 2 million naira, and you see me wearing my basketball shirt, and all this my interviewer will just they don't care. They only
Excuse me.
yes, they only care about what I'm about to say.
Results.
Yeah,
I actually feel like this is where these people need to focus on more, because you rate people based on how they look. I understand that you have to dress corp.
Yeah.
You have to look.
That's why the
okay,
corporate one is different from the.
I understand that, but sometimes they just need to ease things up. Imagine you're wearing a dress, and some organizations will tell you that fair dresses are not allowed, and just because of that, you won't get the job.
exactly.
So sometimes probably they just need to ease things a bit.
Exactly.
Family, let's make it more flexible.
But I think making it more flexible still has some demerit, and which we might talk about some other time. You know,
That's the beginning.
as a business owner, we have this mentality. Everyone has this mentality that you're even if you are looking for a cleaner in your compound and you see a man coming in short pants and a singlet, you want to rate the place. That's just a peaceful thing.
It's based on them those like profiling you. Basically.
Exactly. Just everyone does.
It's always be like that, no matter
Everyone
what.
does. For you, this is a very I love
Virtual world, nobody cares about what you are. Those,
It's just about this.
it's not even every time we see each other. Something.
Let's talk about the stress of being a freelancer and also a 9 to 5. I think
Well, for stress, give it to the 9 to 5ers. Stress, they go on it.
I think they are both going through a lot for in
we
different
are
ways.
both going through a lot and in
But in
different
different
ways.
ways.
You work Monday to Friday. I work every day of the week.
You know, there are some organizations that work 6 days in a week,
Yeah, some work on Saturdays. I know about that.
Okay.
and some work 24/7. That's where shifts comes in.
Yeah, that's the shifting method. Yeah.
So if we work Monday to Saturday, I think there will be shifts. I
No,
don't think
for Monday to
More to Saturday,
shifts.
do your
For
thing and go.
24/7,
Yeah.
are shifts.
Yeah, that's it. 24/7, like all those customer service role.
Yes, I will-
because I have I have 9 to 5 that they still attend parties. I see them attending parties, but me as a
Well-
professor, I don't have the time to attend party. And they will keep saying they are busy. They are busy, but you guys are
Maybe that's just the way of easy stress.
to party. But
The thing is that their organization has a structure. These days for this one, these days for that one. So you know exactly when to go out.
Maybe that's just their way of easy stress. That's
So everything is sorted out already. Unlike you, that is just you. If you don't do this thing and submit it, no money for you.
exactly, and I will be even gearing towards completing the project. Like
Exactly.
I have to complete this as soon as possible so I can get paid.
That's the downside, and also affects the stability of your income also.
Exactly.
As a freelancer, you know your 200k is coming every month or your 250k is coming every month. But
Even if you are your organ fight,
your ghost is coming.
money.
But as a freelancer, you might make 1 million this month and next month you are struggling to get to 50k.
Exactly.
So that stability is not there. You have to fight for your life.
Another good thing about 9 to 5 is because the other benefits that comes aside from the salary. Alright, so since I left my previous job, there is no more health insurance. Previously, whenever I feel ill, I just go to the hospital, get treated, it's not my business, I don't know how it gets sorted. But right now, every medical bill,
Is yours?
I pay everything myself. I mean, there are other things that comes with, probably you're getting paid end of the year bonus, you're getting leave allowance.
Why is he those things? Who is giving me palm oil? No one is giving palm oil at the end. Nobody is giving me anything.
That's why I'm about to say maybe when I get bored, like I get really bored, I'll just have to. I never had a CV since I graduated from school.
Yeah.
I never had a CV like created my. I've never had a CV.
So what's the essence?
But now I was thinking like one day I will get really bored. Like I should just create my CV and I'll submit like 10 companies.
Let's go for interview.
And go for interviews. I just want to feel
Like know what a night of fire.
exactly.
I also want to know what it looks like having colleagues and all those cares.
I've gotten a job. Then I went for the job like the first day, the second day, and I got tired. And I'm not going again.
He stopped.
Yeah, what is not your thing?
Yeah, it's not my thing. I just
You
get
just
tired.
find this interesting.
I went the first day, the second day, and I got tired. Like, is this how I will continue going to job every
Just
day?
don't find.
Especially when you are used to the life where 7 a.m. you are pressing your phone, nobody's hovering over your neck. Go and have your bath by 10 a.m. and start your day. But that kind of life, you start up early, you're in your workplace, the four corners of your cubicle just looking like you can't even go
And then, you know,
enter in the kitchen.
I don't think this is pride or something. I just think I have that kind of ego where someone will telling me what to do. Like, I have to.
They don't like being controlled.
I hated it. You know, I've been searching for legit ways to make money since 2014. Then there are these surveys that you get paid online, and also that's what I do mostly back then. So I've never loved a 9 to 5, like someone telling me, controlling me, like this is what to do, this is what when to come around. And you know, at times during my IT when I was still an undergraduate, I have to tell them that this money where you want to give me, make you not give me again. That's when you tell me like
You have to be at the office.
exactly. The money where you supposed to don't give me again.
You are being paid to listen to
Exactly.
That's
Exactly, like 6. You said we'll be leaving work 6. 6 o'clock, I'm carrying my bag, I'm going home. But you say we have not finished today's activities. What you consign me? What you consign me with that?
That's how it is. Because they're telling you you're closing at 5 p.m. does not mean you're leaving work at 5 p.m.
No, me, I will go.
See, if they were paying for overtime, it would have been
It's not overtime. I don't even see it as overtime.
So what is it?
Okay, it's about you personally. If I get to work and I have a lot of tasks to do, if I do not complete them before 4 p.m., I have to stay back and get them done.
And as a freelancer,
I'm going to complete
as a freelancer, I will tell you, I'll finish this job in 7 days. And trust me, I might have finished your job within 24 hours. And then I will get it submitted maybe after 4 days. It's not about me being lazy or something. But you saying I should get this done, I'll give you, like, I'm going to get this done in 7 days. Do you like it? Maybe you say, Tom, can we get this done in 5 days? And I'll just consider it. But I can actually finish that thing in 24 hours. But I'll just finish it and then wait for 3 days.
There's no time to look at everything.
Exactly.
To no errors.
But you telling me they're not finished this? Can you come?
Not the micromanagement. No one likes micromanagement.
Yes, I'm not built that way. You telling me whatever I'm gonna do with my time. No.
Totally understand.
No. And that's why I think I can never be a 9 to 5 person. You 9 to 5 as a 9 to 5, you get tired of what you're doing, but you cannot complain.
Definitely
You just have to
get tired. But do you know what motivates me?
yeah.
22nd is payday. I'm getting paid on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So that's the motivation. That's what
Sure,
keeps me
we know
going.
that this particular day the money is
That's what
different.
keeps me going.
Be your thing like it's good.